Welcome to Tech in the Car. I'm Oliver. This is the Cadillac XT6. I'm here at Santa Monica. We're on the beach, it's behind me here. Big thank you to Cadillac for loaning me this car while I'm here in LA. Let's talk some history. Cadillac started in 1911, a long time ago, and they're synonymous with luxury here in the US. This car slots between the XT5 and the Escalade, which if you're European like me, you probably associate it with the president rolling around it. And this car is about $70,000 as spec'd that I have here today. Let's start with the side here. So these wheels are 20-inch wheels. They've got a silver finish to them. They look very classy. Cadillac logo is on the side here. We've got this chrome finish around the windows up here. We've got, again, chrome or aluminium finish down the side here. These handles are really cool because they've got little lights in them that light up at night, which I really, really like. Very unique. And we've got a large rear quarter window here, so it means you've got good visibility on that third row of the car. It's got a lot of presence, this car. At the front here, we've got these slimline LED headlights, which look very, very imposing and futuristic. The daytime running lights are down the sides here, which look a lot like some of the concept vehicles I've seen at the LA Auto Show. Check out my videos on the channel of that. We've got the Cadillac logo in the middle, this imposing grille, which has a chrome finish to it. And then there's a line running down the bonnet here, which makes it very pointy. There's a 360 camera here at the front. There's also a night vision camera somewhere over here. And then we've got our adaptive cruise and lane assist as well. So it's a very imposing front of the car, and you definitely recognize it's the Cadillac when it's coming up behind you, but these slimline LEDs add to the futuristic touch of the car. Let's have a look under the bonnet now and see what the engine looks like. This is a 3.6 litre V6 putting out 310 horsepower and over 200 pound-feet of torque, and it's definitely got some get up and go when you're driving it. Let's talk about how much this car costs. It starts with a base of $54,000. This car has $14,000 of extras on it, so it's $70,995. And it's got a premium sound system, it's got a night vision camera, it's got a heads-up display, and loads of other cool stuff which we're going to have a look at. How much space is there in the rear of the XT6? Obviously there's not a lot of space with the seats up, but if you put the seats down, both rows go down, the rear and the middle row, you can fit a lot of stuff at the back here. You can probably fit a couple of meters long object in there and probably a meter across as well. So there's a lot of versatility in this vehicle at the back as well. And obviously it's got the power tailgate, which is something that you would expect here in the US and makes everything a lot more convenient from a premium vehicle which costs around $70,000 with the specs on this car, with the options on this car, I should say. 400 here, what does that mean? Well, this car's 271 pound-feet of torque, which equates to around 360 Newton meters, and Cadillac have rounded up to 400. So this number doesn't really mean anything. It just looks cool on the back of the car. How about rear space in the back of the, or I should say in the middle row of the XT6? You can see here, there's plenty of space. And the other thing you might notice as well is how airy it is in here. We've got a panoramic sliding glass sunroof here, which really lets the light in and makes it feel very special back here. And I also have to say, I love the Alcantara headlining here. That's very, very premium. This car has a lot of premium touches. We'll look at the front as well, but we've got the Bose premium music system, speaker system, and we've got this carbon fiber effect as well as really nice leather stitching with Alcantara. In terms of space, like I said, I've got a lot of space. You can see that, tons of headroom. There are air vents on top here, which also let you have air coming directly over your head, and at the back as well, which is really good for the third row. And then in the middle down here, we have our climate control settings, and there's also 2 USBs as well, and there's also a cup holder, which also has space for you to put other stuff as well, like snacks in the middle there. So really, really nicely designed. To have that space in the back of the XT6 here, well, you can see there's still plenty of room thanks to the full-size rear quarter windows. That means the line of the roof gives you lots of space here, so I got no issues back here. We've got the air vents up here, which are very, very helpful. There are actually 2 USB Type-C ports here, so you can charge your phone as well. And there are cup holders on the side too. Okay, this isn't the most fun position if you're a full-size adult, but for a short trip or if you have children, it will do the job. Personally, for me, I'd probably put these seats down and just use the extra storage space. I think that makes more sense to me. But with the sunroof, the air vents, the USB, the nice big rear quarter window, it means that you can travel back here very, very comfortably without feeling claustrophobic and cramped. And that's something which is very, very rare, I think, in the back of a vehicle like this. So good one, Cadillac, that's fantastic, especially with the cup holders and the USB as well, and the air vents right up there, and also there are air vents underneath the seats as well. But even better ventilation back here. This SUV has a lot of options in it. This is, like I said, an SUV with around $14,000 worth of options. So it's incredibly well spec'd. Inside here, we have our Bose performance sound system. We have what looks like a carbon fiber finish. Don't know if it is, but it looks like it. We've got this amazing panoramic glass sunroof. And this car has wireless Android Auto and wireless CarPlay. And there's a cool little space where you can put your phone here, which is brilliant. Very easy to forget your phone because it is wireless and it's hidden away, but a great place to have it. There's a little cubby here as well where you can store stuff. It doesn't actually have any connectivity in there, but it is there. And then we've got 2 cup holders. And one thing I do like about this car is it's got the assistant safety features as little buttons around the screen. So we've got our parking assist, our auto start stop, our lane assist, and our hazard lights on there. And when it's off, the buttons which would be on the climate control vanish into thin air. So you have no idea what they are. Obviously, when you turn it on, it all lights up. Down here in the middle, we have a jog wheel, a bit like you can get on old Audis and old BMWs. Everyone's moving away from that now in Europe, but you know, it's a really good way of controlling what's on the screen without having to actually use a touchscreen, which can be a bit distracting when driving. And you got your volume control here as well. You've got your forward and backwards button and your shortcut buttons to your phone and to your media and to your maps. We've got a really nice chrome surround start-stop button there, which looks amazing. And then on the left-hand side, we've got a head-up display control. Now, I really like this. There's a head-up display up here, and it literally, there's a button to adjust the height, there's a button to adjust the information, and there's a button to adjust the brightness. So it's super, super easy to access the head-up control information. Lots of cars, you have to go into the menus, and I kind of think head-up display should be quite easy to get to as well. So really, really nice interior. It feels very luxurious. It's a $70,000 car, so it should be. But we've got this leather with the stitching, we've got the Alcantara, we've got the carbon fiber finish. All in all, this is a really, really nice interior. These seats are very comfortable. They've got lumbar support. They're electrically adjustable as well. And then obviously we've got another 2 rows of seats back there. And then up here above us, we have our sunroof controls and also our OnStar. And this mirror, it can also be a camera. If you press a little button there, it will then activate the camera, which is on the back, which, don't forget, has a little washer. So if it gets dirty, you can always see what's going on. So this is a really good interior, very luxurious. To drive, well, I'm going to take it for a drive now, but a little spoiler, it's really smooth to drive. Welcome to Beverly Hills, 90210. I'm driving through Beverly Hills to get to where I'm going, which is the Chinese Theatre in Hollywood, to go see a film. And obviously I'm in the Cadillac XT6. And to drive this car is very, very much about enjoying the luxury and the comfort, because you feel like you're in a very, very secure and comfortable car. There's no doubt about that. The leather, the Alcantara, the carbon fiber finish, the metallic finish on the speakers, and also the suspension. There's quite a few dips between the streets here in Beverly Hills, and I'm going over them and I can barely feel them. So this car's got really good acceleration. We've got 310 horsepower of power, 271 pound-feet of torque. So I'm not lacking for any power should I need to overtake. I just overtook somebody that was driving very, very slowly on these amazingly wide US roads. And you just feel like totally relaxed in this car. This is a car which is designed for cruising around. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And I can see how if you had family members in this car, if you were carrying a lot of people in this car, because there are of course 3 rows of seats in this car, they would also be relaxed. You've got all the niceties. You've got the USB. You've got the cup holders on every row. You've got vents for air conditioning on the back row as well. So you're not going to be sitting on that back 3rd row and then suffering from having a situation where you're not comfortable. And you know, and then if you need the space, you just put down those back seats and you've got a ton of space in this vehicle. And then as far as the driving goes, you know, it feels like you have confidence where you're going to put the car. Now, it's not a sports car. It's not got precise turning in. You know, I turn the wheel a bit to one side and the car does definitely not move straight away. But that's not what this is for. This car isn't a sports car. It's about luxury. It's about getting to where you want to go in comfort and being very relaxed when you get there. And you definitely get that with this Cadillac. With all of the assistance features, with the driver assistance features, with the adaptive cruise control, with a head-up display, with the night vision at night time so you can see what's around you. All of these things help improve the quality of driving this vehicle and make it a really, really comfortable place to be. And I really enjoy driving this car. It's a different experience from the Chevrolet Colorado I was driving, which was much more rugged and much more off-roady, which is to be expected because that was a Bison, and you can check out my video on that. This is a lot more relaxing. And if you're after a SUV, a medium-sized SUV, which gives you that comfort and gives you that relaxation, it has all the amenities and all the technology that you can want, then I would suggest you check out a Cadillac XT6. I hope you enjoyed this video about the Cadillac XT6. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Again, big thank you to Cadillac for loaning me this car. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more on the channel. Thank you very much.